Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023. In his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jalen Carter in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And he is, without any question at all, the focal point of this offense. Had an unbelievable game running the football last time out. And we're not just talking about little scampers here and there for 5 or 10 yards. We're talking about big, long, explosive field-flipping runs. And that's something this defense is well aware of.
Rolling to his right. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 41. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They go play action. Mayfield. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
They'll roll him out right. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That is incomplete. The Eagles at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. On first down, Hurts sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Throwing is Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in as they go to work. And he is number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in hhis hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, here's White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Otten brings it in over the middle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. Now back to the ground game with White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Mayfield off the play fake. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get this down to the 23. They defer to White out of the shotgun. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now 2nd and 5. They run the draw play. This is White. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 69 yards. And the Eagles take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they try the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the... to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Second down, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And again, it's Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mayfield on play action. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. Now Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat, and he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. Such such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
So we are at halftime here on them, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
52 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 20.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Flush to his right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll set up to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Hurts will throw.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mayfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it?
They'll come out throwing here on first down, eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, able to avoid him. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign.
Jalen Hurts with another touchdown rushing. 13 touchdowns, led all quarterbacks last year on the ground. No one else had more than 8. And, of course, we all remember the 3-touchdown game in the Super Bowl. So called running plays or scrambles, Jalen Hurts is dangerous.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Mayfield now on second down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Mayfield. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds Otten over the middle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Bucs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Mayfield to throw it. He'll get it inside the 20. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Shaquille Barrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
And you know what we just witnessed, partner? A new NFL record for single-game rushing by a quarterback, breaking Colin Kaepernick's record of 181 yards set in the playoffs back in 2013. How about that field vision, athleticism that we've seen throughout this game? It's been nothing short of elite.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. 2nd down, here's Hurts.
And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hurts.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
One last shot for Mayfield here. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.